bottom round roast. Imagine up to 75 cents a pound off all fresh beef. So what are you waiting for? Tell a friend.
These people might be considered old. Does it follow they're senile or soon likely to be?
Tonight on Eyewitness News at 5, Storm Field reports on senility to remind you there is hope.
Then at 6.
For many people on vacation, the biggest problem of the day is avoiding sunburn.
Unless you're on a bum voyage.
Sometimes vacationers can be hooked by a con artist.
Watch Eyewitness News plus senility at 5.
And bum voyage at 6 tonight.
The People's Court today at 4:30.
Who is this?
This is David Cameron. Is that you, Raven?
Yes, and I'm so glad you're there. You won't believe what happened. I found the phone book.
What did you say?
I said I found the phone book. I have it right here. It's right in front of me.
Where are you, Raven?
I'm in Ian's study at home.
All right, listen to me very carefully. I don't want you to tell this to anyone. Not Sky, Mike, Nancy, Derek, Mallory, nobody. Do you understand that?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to meet me with the phone book in Monticello Park. Now.
Park? Where?
There's an equestrian statue near Hudson Drive. You know where that is?
Yeah.
All right. You go there immediately. I'm on my way. And remember what I said. Don't speak to anyone.
Oh, excuse me. I'm looking for Mr. Whitney.
Oh, well, I think he's gone out.
Oh, great. Now he's got more company out here. Mr. and Mrs. Carr.
Oh. Oh, Mike, Nancy.
So you're still here, David?
Yes, I am.
We'd hoped that Mr. Whitney would still be here, too.
Yeah, well, do you want me to look for him?
Yes, Gunther, and would you mind if we talked privately?
Oh, Mr. Carr, yeah. Right in there. Go ahead.
David, may we assume that Sky knows everything he should know?
Oh, yes. He knows he's no longer in danger of being indicted. And after he spoke to you, well, he knows the rest of it, too.
And you told him all the details?
You mean if I confess my sins, Mike? Yes, I have. He knows that I'm responsible for framing him. And he wasn't very delighted to learn that either.
Well, I'm sure you didn't expect anything else.
No, but the problem is that my candor has now made him rather reluctant to help us.
I'm sure it did.
As a matter of fact, he's not going to cooperate at all. He wants to tell Raven immediately and have her break up the marriage with Deborah.
Good, that's exactly how I feel.
Yes, well, but I need a little more time here. Now, look, I know how you both feel. But you have to remember one thing, what's really at stake here. The security of the United States. Now, if you talk to Whitney, you can help us...
David, we both feel that this has gone far enough. There's got to be another way to accomplish what you want.
As far as Sky is concerned, we intend to leave the decision entirely up to him.
I hope he does tell Raven, and the sooner, the better.
Raven! Why did you lock the door?
Because I wanted to be alone so I could have some time to think undisturbed.
Don't lock the door on me, Raven. Not in my own house. You know, I think it's time we talk this thing over.
I don't wanna.
But at least you can hear my side of things. You seem to think that I'm still some kind of traitor to my country. Well, you're wrong.
Oh, yeah, you're not gonna betray your country. You're just gonna blackmail it.
You insist on seeing things in the worst possible light, don't you?
Ian, I told you, I don't want to talk about it right now. I've been thinking so much my head is spinning. I'm gonna go out and get a breath of fresh air.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by All Temperature Cheer, tough on dirt in today's cooler temperatures. And by new Lemon Bright Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean leaves no wax floors so clean they shine.
Happy birthday! Oh, Jimmy, don't. The floor's wet. No, it's dry. I washed it hours ago. What? Oh, you're kidding. Wow, that shine made me think it was wet. Using something new for your no-wax floor? Yep. New Lemon Bright Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean is new?
Sure is.
It's a whole new Mr. Clean. New lemon bright color, new fragrance.
Terrific. Really lemony.
And a new brightening formula that's even better than before.
I'll say. It really shines. And no dull film or streaks.
Even Armstrong approves it for my no-wax Solarian floor.
With a shine like this, I approve too.
New Lemon Bright Mr. Clean brings out a no-wax shine so bright, you may wonder, is it wet or is it dry?
No, it's dry.
Remember roller rinks? I always skated with my Steady Eddie and my favorite white pleated skirt, at least till creepy Jimmy Carlson started showing off.
But Mom cleaned it with Cheer and hot water. Today, I wash differently, in more warm and cold water. And Cheer knows it. That's why today's all-temperature Cheer is so tough and warm and cold. How tough? Tough enough to clean these in warm, and tough enough to clean this collar in cold, and without pre-treating. Here's that collar. Cheer cleaned it in cold without pre-treating. And these, Cheer did great and warm. See? Cheer's changed with the times. Even roller skating's changed. But I think I can adapt.
In today's cooler temperatures, you can trust today's Cheer.
Well, David, I know how you've always felt that your way is the only way, and that the problem is so serious it calls for drastic solutions.
Well, I haven't changed my mind about that.
Well, wait a minute. That sounds as if you intend to go right along as you have.
If you do, David, I have to tell you, you've just lost 2 members of the team.
All right, look, Mike, Nancy, that's not what I meant. I intend to go on looking for the phone book, but my tactics are going to change.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Now, I do blame myself for the failure up to now. Perhaps I was too devious. Maybe I wasn't devious enough. No matter. What I did didn't work, so.
And what are the new tactics going to be?
Well, now that Whitley knows the truth, he's going to tell Raven immediately, so we have to abandon the whole plan.
Amen.
We're going to have to come up with something entirely new, which is why I need some more time. I have to have some leeway here. That's why I want you to contain Whitney, even if it's only very briefly. I really will appreciate it. Now, look, I've got to get going. I can only say that I hope one day that you'll understand all this. Perhaps even forgive me. We got to catch a late plane to Washington. I assure you, by the end of the day, you'll have nothing to worry about.
So this is another phone book maneuver, huh?
No, it's not a... Well, it's the end of a maneuver. It's the end of a strategy, Mr. Whitney. You are no longer under any threat or danger of being indicted for treason.
Did I hear you right?
I've learned that the charges against you are going to be dropped.
Yes? Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, well, I can't even find a hiding place in my own house. What do you want?
Well, I just wanted to tell you that you had some visitors. It was Mr. and Mrs. Carr.
Oh, well, they still here?
No, they decided to go when that other guy did. You know, Cameron. But Mr. Carr said he'd drop by a little later.
Well, it's just as well. Actually, you can leave, too.
Yes, sir. Sure will. Sure will.
You haven't left?
No, sir. I guess I haven't.
Is there something on your mind?
Yes, sir, Mr. Whitney, there is. The truth is that, well, you see...
Come on, Gunther, you're not 11 years old. You don't have to kick the dirt. You can tell me.
Well, it's about a raise, Mr. Whitney.
I better have my hearing checked. I thought that you just said something about a raise, which is ridiculous, of course, because you get paid an enormous sum of money for the little work that you do.
Well, now, Mr. Whitney, I want to raise, it's for a very special kind of reason.
Oh, and what reason would that be?
I want to get married.
Now, I know I've got to have my hearing checked.
No, you heard right, Mr. Whitney.
Well. Congratulations. Who's the reckless lady? I assume there's a woman involved.
Mitzi Martin.
Who?
Well, you know, she runs the Rock Garden. It's a restaurant down on...
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I meet her at the party? Yeah, I thought she had a boyfriend with her, though, a lawyer.
Yeah, Nelson. But that's not serious, Mr. Whitney. That's just puppy stuff, you know. What the girl needs is someone solid.
Solid. Like you.
Right.
Well, have you broached this subject with her? I mean, did you ask her to marry you?
Yeah, you bet. Last night. Should have been there, Mr. Whitney. It was really something to see.
Oh, I bet it was, yeah.
Miss Whitney, I'll tell you, when I asked that girl to marry me, she was so happy that she couldn't say anything. She just opened her mouth, stared at me like she couldn't believe it.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, I thought so, too.
Well, when you did indeed ask her, did she say that she would marry you?
Well, no. You see, I think she was kind of bowled over that, you know, she couldn't say anything. She just kind of gasped, you know, like that. But she's thinking about it, yes, sir. You know how girls do, right?
No, I'm not sure I do know how girls do.
Well, you know, they don't want you to think that they're easy to get. So they let you stew for a couple of days, you know, before they say yes. But she will. In the meantime, I got to start thinking about my responsibilities, you know, finances, stuff like that.
I see. That's the reason that you want the raise?
Yeah, well, you know, I never saved much money. I get paid, I spend it. Been that way all my life. But I think I'm going to have to start thinking differently now.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Gunther, I'll give you a raise when I get an invitation to your wedding with Mitzi.
Great, Mr. Whitney. Thanks a lot.
Think nothing of it, Gunther.
Yep, telephone. Whitney residence.
Yeah, Gunther, I want to talk to Sky.
Yes, one moment, please. Mrs. Devereaux.
Now you can leave, Gunther.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Whitney.
And not at all. Hi, where are you?
Never mind that. I can't talk right now. I just wanted to tell you that pretty soon all our troubles are going to be over in just a few minutes. And I really can't talk, but I love you.
Raven,
I always try to do the best I can for my family, and that includes using a pain reliever I can really trust. For many years, we've taken Tylenol. I discovered Tylenol in the hospital when I had my second child. It worked then, and I've used it ever since. Turns out Tylenol is the pain reliever hospitals use most, and that's been so for more than 10 years. Well, if hospitals trust Tylenol, that confirms my own trust.
Now, let's see if I can beat you for once and for all. Oh, come in. Oh.
Hello, darling.
Camilla.
Well, where's your lovely bride?
Oh, she went out for a walk. She needs a breath of fresh air.
I'm surprised you let her out of your sight.
She'll only be gone for a few minutes.
Well, I wanted to have a little chat with you, but You don't seem in the mood for my company.
What makes you say that?
You seem a trifle grumpy. Is everything all right?
Everything perfectly all right. What's on your mind?
Well, something very important. You needn't worry any longer about sharing this roof with 2 women.
I'm not worried.
I know you're not, but Raven is. In any case, I've decided it's time for me to move on.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to New York. I want to try my hand in the theater.
Well, I always knew you were a bit theatrical, Camilla, but this is a rather sudden decision, isn't it?
It's a mutual decision, actually.
Oh, so you won't be going alone?
No, I'll be going with Gavin Wiley. He wants to go to New York for the same reason, and we thought it would be sensible to, share expenses.
Gavin Wiley? Well, I knew you were seeing him, but I didn't think things were that serious. I thought you were still emotionally attached to Spencer Varney.
Oh, did you?
Now, Camilla, what are you up to?
Me? Why, nothing, darling.
I recognize that look in your eyes. It's that I've got something up my sleeve look. I know it well.
I know what I'm doing, Ian. Don't you worry about me.
No, I'm not worried. It's just that I miss you.
Well, I'll miss you, too. But you're going to have this big house to yourself at last. You can share it with your lovely bride.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that.
What on earth are you talking about? Don't tell me you had a disagreement already.
I think it's worse than that.
Ian, what's happened?
I think that I've lost Raven.
Don't be absurd. You've only been married for 2 weeks.
No, but what you predicted has come true.
She found you out.
She found me out.
How?
Well, I told her.
You told her? Ian, didn't you learn anything from your first marriage?
Well, she insisted that I tell her everything about myself. So I relented. I don't know why. It's just that for once I wanted a relationship that's based on trust and on honesty. I'm just fed up with these lies and these secrets and the charades. I thought that perhaps she'd love me for what I am. But I see I was wrong.
What did she say when you told her about your profession?
She thought it was some sort of grand and exciting adventure. She even suggested we work together as a team. But when I told her that what I was after was of vital importance to this country, she suddenly saw things in a completely different light.
Well, for heaven's sake, Ian, what did you expect?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that she's walked out on me. And I just hope that it isn't for good.
I was an ivory snow baby. What a soft life. My blanket was so cuddly. My best friends, my thumb and my Teddy. Even Teddy was ivory snow soft. Mom wouldn't have used anything else to wash my baby things. It's made from pure, gentle soap. I was an ivory snow baby, and my baby's going to be one, too. Ivory snow babies have always lived soft lives.
Put your head on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby.
These beautiful moments were made possible by Head & Shoulders, the shampoo for the 2 of you.
Put your head on my shoulder.
You know, when Drew and I first started out, times were pretty tough. So we cut corners whenever we could. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I've tried cheaper shortenings. But I came back to Crisco. Because Crisco makes my chicken taste like something special with no greasy taste.
Mighty tasty.
Chicken this good must mean you're doing something right.
Come on, Mom, let's eat.
All vegetable, no cholesterol, Crisco.
Crisco will do you proud every time.
Yes?
Excuse me, Mr. Whitney. This just arrived. It's a special delivery.
Oh. What have we here? It's from my Aunt Geraldine. If ever see a check for $7 million, Gunther?
No, sir, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, well, I won't spoil your record then.
Hey, why is Mrs. Saxon sending you that kind of money? Not your birthday, is it?
No, it's not my birthday. My Aunt Geraldine is now the proud owner of WMON.
Oh, yeah, I heard Spence muttering something about you selling a TV station. Well, I guess that figures you've been selling everything else.
Yeah, that's right. I've sold everything except for the Whitney Theater, which is not saleable. Other than that, I'm liquid.
Is that good?
Well, it's a fact.
Well, I guess if you're liquid, you might as well do a little liquid celebrating, don't you think, Mr. Whitney? You know.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I think I will have a drink, as a matter of fact. Would you like to have a drink, Gunther?
Oh, that's real nice of you, Mr. Whitney, if you insist.
I don't want to twist your arm.
No.
Here you are. Here you go. Cheers.
Yeah. Mr. Whitney, I'd rather have vodka.
Rather have vodka?
Well.
You don't like that, huh? You made a face. You don't care. I'll give you some vodka then. You know, I don't know why I'm in such a great mood. It's just that I feel kind of expansive. Maybe it has something to do with springtime, but feels like the sun has come out from behind the clouds.
Oh, that's great, Mr. Whitney. I tell you, things around here have been real gloomy lately.
Yes, they have, but that's going to change, Gunther. Things around here are not going to be gloomy any longer.
Does that mean you're not going to be doing any traveling? I mean, Spence, he was hinting around that you were collecting all this cash so that you could travel around the world or, you know, one of those places.
No, I'm not going to go to one of those places. I'm going to stay right here in Monticello.
Oh, that's swell, Mr. Whitney. Only,
Only what?
Well, does that mean that you're not going to be going into business, I hope? I mean, you know, a business where you need a business manager?
If you're asking if Spencer is going to stay working for me, the answer is no, he's not.
Good. Well, you know, too bad about Spence, but that's the way you want it. You know what, Mr. Whitney, I've been thinking. You know what we need around here is a nice maid. Give the place some class.
Gunther, you surprised me. You just told me how much you care for Mitzi. Don't tell me you're getting flirtatious already.
Oh, no, nothing like that, Mr. Whitney. I just thought we'd, you know, it'd be good if we had a good-looking woman around the house, so.
Yeah, I've had much the same thought, Gunther. Only she is not going to be a maid.
Who is it?
Wait and see. You might be surprised.
Don't creep up on me like that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you.
What took you so long?
Only some very pressing business. Now, I found the phone book. How? What happened?
It was by chance. You wouldn't believe it. I found Jefferson Brown's diary, had all these numbers in it and stuff, and I realized that they were really chess moves. So I decided to play the game using those moves, and I didn't have a chessboard, so I used the computer.
Don't tell me. The phone book list was on the computer disk, and it was unlocked by the chess moves.
Yes, that's right. Obviously, Ian's ex-wife left the disk in the computer. I can't believe it. It's been there this whole time. He's used it 100 times.
That's ingenious. Raven, you're to be congratulated. Well, not just the CEA, the entire government will be grateful to you. Why, you might become a national heroine.
Well, all I want is just that my life get back to normal.
Oh, well, it's going to. Very, very shortly. Now, just take the disc and the diary.
Oh, I'll give them both to you, but I want something first.
Oh, what's that?
I want an official statement from Washington Senate. Sky is no longer under arrest and clear of all charges.
Well, now, Sky and everyone else involved with this knows that he's been exonerated. They have my absolute word on that, and so do you.
Nope. Want it in writing.
They don't have time for that, Raven. Surely you can understand that. Now, just give me the material and take my word.
Oh, no, you don't, Cameron. You fooled me once too often. I know how you operate.
Raven, give it to me, please.
I can't. And I hope you don't think that I brought it with me, because I didn't. I hid it. And you're not going to get it until I get what I want.
Isn't this English steakhouse charming?
Yeah. Oh, wow. This Lee and Perrin steak sauce, it's unbelievable. It's different. Oh, wow. It's rich, thick. This Lee and Perrin steak sauce is so thick, you can spread it with a knife. Wow, and look, new Lee and Perrin's English pub mustard. It's coarse ground, it's hearty, it's
positively slushing. Steak sauce and new English pub mustard for the wow you only get from Lee and Perrin.
Taste that won't go to your waist.
They're all back. TV's favorite families on The Family Feud. Join Richard Dawson as he welcomes your old friends from Batman, Gilligan's Island, Lost in Space, and Hawaiian Eye.
Will Batman do it?
The next 2 weeks on The Feud.
Honestly, Ian, I didn't realize things were this serious between you and Raven. I'm very sorry.
Are you?
Oh, how can you think otherwise? For heaven's sake, I want you to be happy no matter what. I wouldn't say I told you so about something as devastating as that. I love you too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so devastated if I didn't love her.
I know.
The trouble is I do. That's the simple fact.
I wish there was something I could do.
There's nothing anybody can do. It's my own stupid fault.
Don't berate yourself. You acted in good faith. You wanted her to love you, and it's not your fault if she can't accept you the way you are. Maybe it's happened for the best. Maybe it's the only way you could test Raven's love.
Well, obviously it was the wrong way. It's like an instant replay, isn't it? My revelation has cost me one wife, and now perhaps they'll cost me another.
Now, look, Raven, I don't have time to argue with you. You're letting yourself in for a very serious charge here. Withholding evidence in a federal case is more than just a misdemeanor.
I don't care. You can just whistle Dixie until I get an official word that sky's clear.
All right. All right. But I'll get you what you want. I can't do it this moment, though, and I can't do it here. I'll have to take you to someplace else with somebody in a higher authority. Come on. You get in your car and follow me.
So you're saying I'll make more money if I use cheaper ingredients and fillers?
Yes, you will.
No, I won't. Young man, you might know bookkeeping, but you don't know a thing about Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. People buy my smoked sausage in Polska, Kielbasa, because I make it with farm fresh cuts of pork and beef, hand-trimmed, lean and tender.
Dinner's ready.
Quality meat makes Hillshire Farm
Delicious. I wouldn't change a thing.
Hillshire Farm, now with recipes right on the label. The scientific wonders of Silky.
You may not know what your hair needs, but Silky and Snow.
You don't know how much cleaning your hair can take.
But Silky and Snow.
The full-strength cleaning shampoo that senses where your hair is dry.
You don't know how much conditioning your hair needs, but Silky and Snow.
The conditioner that goes only where you need it.
Now you don't have to keep switching shampoos and guessing what you need.
Silky and Snows automatically, more than you do, more than your hairdresser.
You don't know how really beautiful you can be, but Silky and Snows.
Tonight, watch a human cannonball fly through the air at 90 miles an hour on That's Incredible. Then, it's every dancer's dream, and 3 beautiful girls risk it all to compete for a spot on the world's most famous chorus line, the Rockettes. Legs, a network television premiere on the ABC Monday Night Movie. Saturday, be there for all the thrills, the spectacle, and the splendor of the 109th Run for the Roses with ABC Sports live exclusive coverage of the Kentucky Derby.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, as thousands take to the streets in protest, Pierre Salinger reports from France. Will rioting, rocks, and tear gas bring about social reform? Is it a threat to French national security and ours? ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Ooh, look at those big, red, juicy strawberries.
California strawberries. They're great straight.
afternoon. I'm Ernie Anastas. Coming up today at 5 o'clock, as the victims indeed suffer, the man accused of plowing his car onto a sidewalk in Herald Square Saturday is arraigned. We'll have that story for you, and we'll also have this report.
There's something new on the market, soothing relief for your sweet tooth. I'm consumer counselor Phyllis Eliasberg, and I'll show you our test results.
And Katie reviews a Broadway opening, and live a preview of tonight's big show in honor of Bob Hope at 5 o'clock. Join us.
On Ryan's Hope, Charlotte's headed for a night on the town. But an evening of pleasure turns into a nighttime of danger. And on One Life to Live, Delilah finds the truth.
Becky's pregnant, and the baby is both.
Now will she tell Bo?
Feeling this is leading up to something. Just tell me what it is.
Ryan's Hope, One Life to Live. Weekdays.
Tonight, it's an all-new That's Incredible. Blast off with a human cannonball. Meet a man who'll grow grass on anything and try balloon hopping. Then,
You're telling me that you'd risk losing your son to become a member of some chorus line?
she's a dancer with a dream.
There is only one opening.
A competitor that's tough.
One of us is going to get Paula's job.
Only the best break through. 36 gorgeous women, 72 beautiful legs. Tonight.
New Jell-O pudding pops! New Jell-O pudding pops!
What's that, Bill Cosby?
New Jell-O pudding pops. Frozen pudding on a stick.
Mmm, good. Wow, tastes great.
That's right. And you know what else? When you eat it, your mom won't give you the old evil eye like she does with some snacks because she knows that this is made with real pudding.
New Jell-O brand pudding pops. All the goodness of real Jell-O pudding made with milk, so you know it's wholesome.
Tastes great. And no evil eye.